Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Pickle Designs. Today I am coming at you with another bead and brew. So if you'd like to see some bead inspiration, some wins and fails, some little purchases here on the side, then just keep on watching. Okay, so before we get into all the delicious beads, can you do me a favor and check down below to see if you are subscribed? Because according to the analytics, 63% of you that are watching are not subscribed. So just go ahead and check and see if you're subscribed. We would love to have you. I've almost hit 1,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. That's insane, actually. I didn't know it would grow this much when I first started the channel, but I think that's really awesome and I'd love to have you around. Second piece of news is I have started a newsletter, and it's just going to be, weekly inspiration. I'm only going to send maybe one a week, one every 2 weeks, but I would love for you to sign up from the newsletter, so I will put the link down below to where you can sign up for that. And okay, so without further ado, the brew that I'm having this week, I'll insert a picture of it right now. It's a delicious non-alcoholic beer. I know I'm partying super hard, but yeah, I just really like this. So if they have it in your store, you should try it. It's pretty good. Okay, so what should we start with? Let's see. Let's do some purchases. So the first purchase is from Nona Ray, and if you don't know this about me, I'm a big video game nerd. So these are some video game earrings from my favorite game, Fallout, and they're just little wooden earrings here. They're like in the shape of little gears, which is part of the video game. But these little cards that they're on is like, looks like they have been burnished or etched, so there's some little personalization there. And it just comes in this little box with the little stamp on top, so very simple. And yeah, I love those. Next up, let's see, I'll do these two. I don't know if you've heard of Morgan's Mutations or not, but they've been around for a while. I actually have a few of his pieces, but he's like a little polymer clay sculptor on Etsy, and this one is a realistic heart pendant with 2 eyeballs on it. So that's super, super detailed. And I mean, this cord does it zero justice. This is like not even leather. It's just like twine. But I got it for the pendant, and hopefully I can make a custom piece with this. And it comes in this nice little bag, little velvet bag here. Okay, the next one is it's inspired by, I think, Berserk, which is an anime. But this is another little gem here. It's pretty funky. It's actually different color than what's actually in the anime or manga. But I liked this color better than the red. So it's a little creative liberty. But yeah, I like that one. So hopefully I can make some custom pieces and just show those off as like little inspiration, because those are pretty cute. Okay, so my most favorite purchase of the last few weeks, I don't know if anybody has noticed this beauty on my hand here. This is an opal. This is a handmade ring with silver and gold accents. Let me see. Got the maker's mark inside there. And yeah, especially I'll insert a picture of the fire out in the daylight. These lights aren't exactly doing this stone justice, but love that. This is from an artisan, and here is their card. I'll link them down below. And they're actually from my home state, so really excited to support them, so give them a look. They make some really unique pieces. I also got this pendant, which I'm going to make a separate video on, but this is a silver pendant with quartz in the middle, and it's got a copper setting. It's got citrine, and I actually forget what the top stone is, but let me go grab the necklace that I'm gonna go harvest beads from, and I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking about. So this necklace, I absolutely love it, but it just doesn't sit right. This pendant is insane. I don't know if I've shown you guys this, but this is a completely beaded fringe. There's not many missing stones in here, and it's just really, really pretty. However, the length that this lays is just not it. So I don't wear it. This kind of like lays up in the nape of the neck, which is just too high for me for this kind of necklace. But I'm going to harvest the beads for this and use it with this pendant because I'm going to bring in that pink up at the top. But I'm definitely going to bring in some quartz and some citrine as well with the copper elements. So let me know if you think that's going to look good. If not, just give me some more ideas because we want to make this piece banging. You know what I mean? Because this pendant is awesome. But I also don't want to detract too much from the pendant itself because obviously that's the main piece here. But we'll figure it out. We're going to make it look good. And it's going to be probably one of my forever pieces. And again, that is right here, Mystical Crystal Jewelry. And again, I'll have this linked below. Okay, y'all, so I'm not trying to brag, but I haven't had that many fails this week. Actually, the only fail that I can think of jewelry-wise is this pair of earrings that I'm about to show you. And I don't know why. I just kind of hate them. I don't know. And I don't get it because each individual like part I like, but the way that I put it together, I don't know. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, they're okay. But I made this with the Sam's bead box for the Sarah Lovecraft one, Tennessee Treasure, I think is what it's called. And I'll show you the rest of the pieces that I made with it. I loved that box. That was a great box. But yeah, I don't know about these. So these, I will consider these my fails for the week. And I don't know why. Can you guys tell me why? What is it about these that are just like kind of meh? I don't know. Okay. So a win for the week. I sold something off Etsy. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. I don't want to call you out or anything, but thank you so much for your order, and I hope you enjoy your piece. I've put a lot more things on Etsy, and I'll be continuing to do that. I just am using that money to support this channel so that we can bring more and more beads into the mix here. Okay, so let's see some of the things that I have on Etsy right now. Let's see. I went ahead and made some fabric earrings with that haul that I did. So here are some red and blue ones. I did the red sari silk with the brass and copper head pins, and then I used some of those rhinestone head pins on the bottom there. So that's just a little treat. You can't really see them from the side or anything, but just a little extra detail there. I use a little table cut glass bead down there. So I love those. Next up, I have these pink and red ones. Same thing, but I just loved that color combination. And the pink is pretty mauve, so it doesn't scream like Valentine's. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is just like a red with like a jean red texture. Not super pink and very wearable. Next up, this was inspired by my home state, which is West Virginia. And these are blue and gold, and I love that combination. And I used some of those cute little check hearts from DD Beads, and I used the brass wrapping around those. And again, those have the little rhinestones on the bottom. Let's see what else is on Etsy. I don't think I put anything else. It takes a while to, oh no, I have these on Etsy. I think these are my favorite. Look at these. These are so cool. It's using that fuzzy material from the Sari Silk haul, And I use those teal check glass hearts. And these are just the plain head pins. But I used some custom twisted jump rings. And again, I added, it's copper with a little bit of green in there. So it pulls out the green in the earring. So those are on Etsy. Okay, so next up, I think I made some more fabric earrings. These are the green ones. Green and mint. And I love those. It has a little shell bead, and I think this was from one of the Soft Flex boxes last year. But those are super cute. I loved these. Let me find the other one. Oh, it looks like I lost the other one. It's around here somewhere. Oh, I found it. Okay. These guys, and this was using some of that yarn, the white yarn, and then I put little fuzzies from the other sari silks in there. And then I wrapped it in blue craft wire and put like little dyed stone beads at the bottom to bring out the red. So these are super cute and cozy. These are just I think these are just like the prototypes that I was working on at first. This is the same piece of sari silk, but these are just plain ones. And I was just trying to get the technique down. I really love it's like the boho feel to these. This is a thicker wire. I switched over to the thinner wire, and I think it does look a little bit better. But it's a vibe either way, you know. And so these will just be like little giveaway earrings, because those are just getting the technique down. And these I have not put on Etsy yet, but I am going to, and I think these are my favorite color combination. It just reminds me of a cozy, fluffy sweater, and they're perfect for springtime coming up, so I'm really excited to get those on there. I think these deserve a really great home. These are super feminine and pretty. Okay, so I also revisited some of my polymer clay that I have made, and I just found some of the beads. I was organizing beads, so I saw these beads and I was like, I need to make some earrings out of those. So these are just little coin beads that I made with a little bit of silver foil, and I just paired it with some wavy rondelle looking like little check spacer things. And I did gunmetal for this guy, and I put in a little, I don't know if you can see it, it's an orange textured like little spacer bead at the bottom there. So I love those. Those are super loud and awesome. Again, I still have some more colorways, so it's the same kind of bead, it's just different colorway. And these are like the most space piggly earrings I've ever seen. Definitely my colors together. And yeah, so I used another coin bead for these. I used lava, and I used the rhinestone rondelle with a little crystal at the top. And I did a little gunmetal spacer bead with a little wavy rondelle looking bead at the bottom, that green one. So hopefully I will get those listed soon. I love polymer clay so much. These, I'm gonna list these as well. These are some little cute little bellflower earrings, and I did some fire polish on the bottom there hanging down, so 3 dangles each. And I paired it with a little stone bead in an olive green color, and I did brass for this. So those are pretty cute. Okay, and then all these, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pair of earrings I made from Gina Gems Creations, the Gina's treasure box, GGC's treasure bag, I think is what it is. And if you haven't gotten one of those, just go get it. Just get it, because the amount of beads that Gina puts in to that bag is insane. Like, I have not even scratched the surface of this bag. Let me just go through these real quick. Okay, first pair. We've got a little black, blue, silver gunmetal, and yeah, gunmetal situation here with a little crystal. So those are super cute. That's pair number 1. Pair number 2 is just a black silver and gray, and I was in love with these little beads, the black and gray ones, black and white ones. And again, I mixed gunmetal with silver, and I love the two-tone. Next up, we have a two-tone crystal rondelle at the top. It's blue and gray smoke color. We've got the clear crystal flanked by 2 gray crystals, and then the cube, the blue cubes at the bottom with some gunmetal and silver. Love those. These might be my favorite ones because they're just so classy. Again, it's that bead. I just love those beads. And I paired it with the polka dot black beads, silver and gunmetal findings, and some black crystal at the bottom. And they're super dangly and just pretty. They would go with everything. Ooh, I don't know. Are these my favorite? I don't know. I really love that bottom bead. So polka dot with the little triangle crystals. I love those. So those are the big ones. These are the ones that I got from DD Beads right here. And they're smaller, but they're just such a good little accent bead. So I think those are probably like a 6mm. The ones I got were like 4. I'll have to look for the 6mm. Maybe I'll go back on Gina's website. I've never talked to Gina. I've never met her, but I have a soft spot for her because before, when I started beading, I started beading by like reading and all this stuff. But when I finally like looked it up on YouTube, she was one of the first people that I saw. And so she has helped me through my beading journey. I'm sure she's helped you guys through your beading journey. And yeah, I would always support her as much as possible. So these next ones, these are still from the same box. There's so many different looks you can get from this box. So I went completely white and silver here. And I just added the bottom beads for my own stash. But I thought those little marble beads are so cute. I just wanted to bring out that color a little bit more. And then the top is a roll of bead. I got those from Softflex. And we got the crystal down there. And I got the little spacer here again. I love those. They're just painted. And yeah, I think those are really, really cute. These in the next one are like using kind of the same beads, but they're smaller and more petite. Just using a bicone down at the bottom there. So that's an everyday wear right there. And then these, I just went super extra on for no reason, really. Really no reason except just I can, I guess. But this is some of the gunmetal chain. And I did each dangle. So I think I did like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 dangles on each one. So 10 head pins for each earring. I mean, sometimes you just gotta be that girl, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta be that extra person. But I paired it with some silver ear wires just because I like that silver and gunmetal look together. And I thought those were really, really cool. Okay, let me clear this off and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what I made with Sam's bead box. Some of this is up on my Etsy already, but I just wanted to show it because it was really fun to make. Let's start with this. I love the colors in this so much. Look at this. Here, I'll zoom you out. I love this necklace. I just love the serpentine here, and I just love the simplicity of the earrings that match it. But the freaking melon beads here are just like the most beautiful color. And I never used to be like a turquoise teal-y person, but here's that necklace. Let's zoom in. I use that beautiful little flower bead with the bronze wash and everything. I use my own twisted jump rings in there as well. And don't worry, the tutorial's coming. I just want to make sure that I have every thing considered when I'm making that tutorial, because I want to make it complete and super easy for you folks to be able to do it and recreate it, because I don't want you to struggle too bad, because there's a slight learning curve to it. But yeah, that's the first necklace here, the matching earrings. I put a little twisted jump ring on there just to bring it all together, but these are mixed metals, as you can see, but that means you can wear anything with it. So that's the first one. Second one is the snowflake jasper necklace, and I don't think this one has earrings. Maybe it does. No, it does. Okay, so here is I used a nice little bronze pendant here with a snowflake jasper and that periwinkle blue check daisy spacer. And I put a little extension on it, and here's what it looks like this. And if you can see here, the jump rings are also handmade, and I brought in some of the pewter with that bronze so that it can bring in some of the blue in that necklace. So these are just little details that, you know, when you're selling jewelry, you want somebody to have a really special piece. So I try to make everything as special as I can. Yeah, I think it really ties it all together. Here are the matching earrings, again with one of those twisted jump rings, and I loved the color of those check beads. I really love that set. This set took me forever because I went extra, as you do, as you know I do. Let's see, it's a 3-tiered necklace, mixed metals, but I had this idea in mind. If you know, just check out the Etsy if you want to see it on a bust, but it's a 3-tiered necklace, but the main focal were these little coil beads that I made. And so the way that I made this is the same way that I made the twisted jump rings. So you have to make your coil first, and then you just cut off circles to make the jump rings, right? So I took 5 coils, and then I put them on craft wire and made these giant loops so that the coil would stay together. So I handmade every single one of these coil beads. And as you can see, there are a lot, but it gives it such a nice texture, and you just, like, I don't know, you just can't replace it. Like, making your own like little metal pieces are just so cool. And so this is actually a bronze with a brass, so it's mixed metals again, and I think there's a little bit of like gold throughout, or brass. And so yeah, and then I made the big twisted jump ring down there, and I'm having fun doing the twisted jump rings, but I did the copper chain here with the twisted jump ring, so it's just got a little bit more detail. It's segmented up like that, and it's also got an extension chain with a little bit of fire polish on the end. And then just to keep it simple, I just did one of those chuck like little flower square beads with one of the little spring beads here with a little fire polish at the end, and those will go very well together. What else? Oh, last but not least, I haven't put this one up yet, but it's also one of my favorites now. This is just a basic chain on the top here, but this is the main star of the show, and let me get it situated. But the clasp is in front because I wanted the tiara cast clasp here, the butterfly clasp, to be visible, but this is just a little flower pendant. So I made this with all those little flower beads from the box, and then I made the stamens out of the fire polish with head pins and all that. And then I did the little buds with the melon beads, the purple melon beads there. So it's got this nice flash of green throughout, but it's a nice mauvey pink. And I just think that is so cool, and it hangs down below mid-chest, so it's like a longer necklace. And yeah, it's simple up top, but I think the pendant does all the talking right there. So I haven't listed that yet, but I'm going to. A lot of work went into this guide to make sure that it was laying right, and yeah, with all the stamens and everything, they're off-centered, so they're not the same length as you can see there. So I wanted to make sure that they had you know, they had some visual interest to them. So I loved that one. That box, to me, I made so many pieces out of that box because it was just like the colors just went really well with that box. So I loved it. Let me know down below what you made from the box if you got it, and I'd love to see what you made. Okay, one little purchase that I made that I'm not going to dedicate a whole video to is these, I'll zoom out a little bit, these packs of Eslon, and this is the the pack of, it's called Saturation. That's the colorway. Got this one. I also got Forest, which I love those colors so much. And I also got the Pastel 4-pack, and I got those off Amazon, but I really wanted to make some things to where the beading thread would actually show in some necklaces, and I think I'm going to use some of this green in the new curated bead box, the Serengeti box, which I'm sure you've already seen, so I'm not going to do an unboxing for it. But it's got all these colors. It's the one with the, you know, the elephant pennant that everybody's been showing. And I really love the colors in this box, so I'm definitely going to probably pull that one into it. And let's just open it up here. Yeah, I really think that green would look really, really good in that. So we'll have to see what we make out of this one. I'm sure I'll be doing another finished objects box, or a finished objects video with this box. Okay, everybody, so I think that's it for me for this week in this episode of Bead and Brew. Let me know what some of your wins and fails were for the week, and I hope you kicked this week's butt. Happy almost Monday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.